Well, good morning. It is a beautiful day in paradise at last, and we are off to Cardigan Classic Car Show today. We're displaying Tuck the Invacar and Desmond the Perodua Kenari. So I gave the Kenari a wash yesterday. We're hoping they'll let it into the modern classic section, and it should be a really nice day. Just a nice relaxing vibe. And I've just got wind that the Whitelands may be coming.
Oh, cool.
Fresh from winning an event in Derby just yesterday. So that's dedication.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, so we'll see if they do in fact make it. So on to the show. Okay, here we go then. Starting going backwards by the look of it. Into first. Topped up with fuel, ready to go. We just need to wait for Miss Hubner, who's gone to stop for because she was shooting some B-roll and me driving past. It's about 18 miles to Cardigan. It should be a nice day out. It's lovely to have Tuck back on the road again, I must admit. So this orange light is the charge light when we're ticking over. Oh, Lotus Carlton going past. Oh, Mini Hubner will be pleased. Yeah, when it's idling, it doesn't provide enough charge. But that's quite common for cars of that age. Oh, there goes the Morris Minor. He's filling up next to me. That's interesting. He's got the spare wheel sunk into the boot. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. That's a Nissan Cube. That is not, in fact, Miss Hubnut. Wow, nice Mark II Cube. There she is. Away we go. So it sounds like a moped because it's a CVT. 2 pulleys, rubber belt. It means the revs stay in a fixed position until about 40 miles an hour. Now we've run out of travel on the pulleys, and now the engine revs start building up. It's a bit windy today. She really catches the wind. So we'll be doing no more than 50 today. On to the show. What a beautiful day. And here we are, a short drive later. We are in Cardigan for the Cardigan Classic Car Club's annual show. And they very kindly let us park the 2 cars together here in the club members' parking area.
I do not feel awkward.
No, it's not quite fitting in
with the vibe.
With the vibe. But nonetheless.
But isn't that lovely that they're just accepting of all cars, and that is just great. And we've got a Gilburn next to us.
We are next to a Gilburn. Yes, there's plenty of fiberglass. A little burgundy car. Have fun trying to guess what that is. That is a very rare car. I have seen it before in this very field, but that was some years ago now. And you're most excited about the coffee van. I hate to be this person, but I'm really excited about the coffee van. Because it's a Dongfeng. Finest Chinese K-van kind of knockoff thing with BMW. Should we go and have a look?
Yes.
Let's go and have a look. Look at that grille. How did they avoid a lawsuit with BMW? The old Dongfeng Chinese K-ish van. I think the engine's a bit larger. But you always get excited when you see a Dongfeng for some reason. I do. I just think they're adorable. I think they're lovely. Hey, you could talk about the BMW grille. To be fair, Desmond's isn't that far off. Well, that's very true. The Kenari does have a certain element of BMW grille. But there we go. Oh, just look at them. Don't they make an adorable pair? Oh, right. Let's go and have a look at the vehicles. There's still some turning up, so we'll see what arrives. Oh, did you capture on the way over? Did you capture that camper? The Renault camper with the bulbous... I wasn't recording. No. Renault 5 camper, but we have got a C15, and over there, a Berlingo camper, which we last saw at Tybee Valley Vintage Show. I think it's the same one. Did you catch the Scenic? No. Oh, Ian. I didn't catch any. I wasn't doing much recording while driving along. Sorry, I failed. Should we start with the club cars? Yes. Okay, let's do that. As they've been very kind. They have. Oh, look behind you. It's a Sinclair C5. Wonderful. Oh, and it's got the optional indicators. That is advanced stuff. There was someone selling a pair of those indicators for like £100 recently. So there we go, the plastic freewheelers section.
I love
is
how
complete.
enlightened you sound about the Sinclair C5. Is this because we watched the programme the other day?
We did watch a document. It's got the mirrors as well, actually.
That's
got all
a serious one.
So I have done a road test of a Sinclair C5, and yes, actually out on the road. So you've got pedal power, but also an electric motor. And yeah, we did watch a fascinating documentary about the Sinclair C5 very recently.
The raincoat.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. So MGB, unsurprisingly, you're going to see lots of MGBs today. Quite a lovely Jaguar D-type replica.
I think we've met this before.
I think we've been on a road run with this one, I think.
It's glorious though.
Yeah, yeah. Austin A35, this is Daisy. Not a concourse car, all the better for it, we say. Used for club runs, shopping, trips to the pub, day outs and going to shows.
Well, Daisy, that sounds like a good life to me.
That sounds all right to me, Daisy. Good stuff. Triumph Stag, for sale. Look away now, pantograph wiper and a V8 engine, it's a good combo. We've seen this 1929 Chevrolet at quite a few shows.
Some Triumph action coming up on the channel soon.
We do. We've got another MGB, fairly early one. Is that a pull door one? It is. So it's got the pull door handles, which marks out as being from the first few years of MGB production. Daimler V8 250 has recently been to Tim at Cambrian Classics for a little bit of fettling. 2.5 litre V8 engine. Very, very lovely cars, very refined. The Armstrong Siddeley we've seen and we're still hoping to do a test.
Oh, this has got a fantastic story behind it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a Spitfire pilot?
It was owned by a former Spitfire pilot, yeah.
Amazing.
MGTC, I think. It could be a pre-war one.
This is where Tim would be like,
yeah. Yeah, you're wrong. I'm not very good at my elderly MGs. A Caddy pickup, apparently a turbo. And got the front bumper removal, which seems very popular on Caddies in these parts. Hello, Owen, if you're watching. Mark 1 GTI. Go and have a look at the seats if you can. Ooh, yeah. Lovely sporty seats. Have we got the golf ball? Oh, we haven't got the golf ball gear change on this one.
It's the colour. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's beautifully
a Douglas Dragonfly with a little flat twin engine. I don't know much about motorbikes, but that's interesting. Have you seen the speedometer is in the headlamp?
Oh.
And I wonder if that's... Well, it can't be an indicator switch. There isn't one. What have we got here? Ignition on. Oh, that's basically your ignition and light switch. Brilliant. Rover P6. That's about a 1968, I think. That's a very nice 2 litre engine in that one. MGB GT. That'll be one of the last chrome bumper ones, I think. Oh, Sunbeam Talbot. No. Yeah, I was just saying, it must be about that changeover time. Yeah, lovely. Sunbeam Talbot 90, beautiful car. This Alfa Romeo we see quite often at the shows. And now Miss Hubnut must contain her excitement, for it is a Berlingo camper.
I've met this Berlingo camper before.
Did we have a look in it last time?
We know who it belongs to.
Yeah, should we go and have a nose in the back?
Oh, it's amazing. It's like such a clever camper, this one.
Yeah.
Such a clever camper.
Oh, it's even got a spare steering wheel. Lovely upholstery. And the condition is exceptional.
But look what you've got. You've got your like sink unit and also your cooking stuff, which is also a vanity unit. Then you've got your fridge and you've got your grill and your hob here, plus your sleeping space, plus storage above.
Yeah, is that a little fridge? Oh no, there's a fridge there.
The fridge.
There's more storage up there.
It's super, super clever.
Yeah, with a pop top.
Yeah.
To ensure you have enough headroom even if you're me. I don't think you need the pop top.
Probably not.
Probably not. Next to that, we've got Not My Volvo. It should be a Vauxhall Viva that we drove a few years back. But
we know there's a couple
it's not
of cars.
Quite there. So,
we know there's a couple of cars here today that are representing other cars, but we love this Volvo.
We do, despite the lack of headlamp wipers.
Oh God.
Very sad. Some more cars we see quite often, the Ford Mustang and the Camaro. I love the Camaro. I think the Camaro is such a beautiful looking car. And then we got a more recent Mustang from about 2007 next to it.
Sorry, Mini Hubnut.
Yep, a Gur Yaris. And a Capri S, and I've just noticed it's got fat arches on it. Might be another one to go and
Ooh.
have a look at the interior of.
Yep.
So
I'm just admiring the spoiler as well.
yeah, and the wheels, beautiful RS alloys.
Oh, and the Capri sticker on the rear as well.
We've seen this when we went to the Morris Minor meet. I forget what chassis that's on, but clearly not Morris Minor. Is it Ford Ranger or something of that ilk? Very, very interesting.
Gorgeous.
And one for
Yes.
Miss Hubnett here, the old
We've
Escort
seen this
RS
one before.
Turbo.
That doesn't make it any less lovely.
No, lovely condition. The old 7-spoke alloys, very nice. Right, shall we return to the lineup?
Sorry, distracted.
Morris Minor Traveller, Jaguar XK8 with some very sensible weather protection there. Mark II Jaguar. Ooh, Maserati 3200 GT.
Ooh,
So you got the boomerang rear lights going on. You're more excited about the
Yeah,
Escort, aren't
sorry.
you? I can tell. It is a very nice looking Escort.
that is lovely.
Yeah, we got a 2CV, slightly intriguing stripes on it. It's like a custom version of a plum and custard dolly.
Is that Jean-Pierre?
I don't think so.
No?
Jean-Pierre was all cream last time we saw Jean-Pierre.
Shall we go in the front of these vehicles?
We could do. The
Yeah.
sun is more favourable from the back at the moment. Fiat Punto Sporting, that's quite a rare car. Got the tilt slide sunroof as well. Yeah, very rare car now.
Oh, for sale.
Oh no, don't look.
Oh, that's Sophie. That one.
Sophie the 2CV.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
You're going back to the Escort. You're obsessed.
We didn't appreciate the glory. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, welcome to Hubnut, where we don't pay attention to Maseratis because we're looking at an Escort. This should be a Mazda 323F, but it's having a cam belt change.
Oh,
so
yes.
It's a Kia instead. Subaru Impreza STI. And we got some 370Zs. Nice Evo. Just showing off a hint of bonnet.
Ah, I met this Civic at Wheels for Wales.
Aha, Honda CRZ. Looking very, very mean. Mazda RX-8. And this Nissan 350Z. But
Now, I
just
love
had
this.
the front wheels powder coated locally, I
We've
believe.
met this before and it's got
We
a brilliant
have.
sticker on the back if I remember rightly.
It's had a huge amount of work carried out by Mehrig of Mehrig's workshop. It was quite rotten. The joys of living in Wales.
I love that sticker.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Oh, financial mistake.
I
yeah,
think we can all relate.
I need that sticker to all my cars.
Especially mine.
Yep. Just pause a minute.
Oh. Go, go, go.
I'm just chasing the Audi Quattro.
I'm going to get squished. Ian, we're going to get squished. Get out the road.
5-cylinder turbo engine. Very, very nice. The old Quattro. Mini Moke. Little Spridget. Oh, 3 wipers going on the Spridget. And that looks like a candy red.
That's gorgeous.
It's got American spec rear lights as well. I wonder if that was an American car from new, quite possibly. But yeah, spinning around. Mini Moke, I think this probably dates from when they were being built in Portugal. That's what they were
Another
doing
lovely
at the
interior.
time. Yeah, yeah, got seat belts and all mod cons, but not doors. Perfect for a day like today. We've got R107 Mercedes-Benz, beautiful car. The MG ZS I think we saw at the Pembrokeshire show. A fairly recent Morgan. With still the traditional old styling.
Oh, that colour's lovely.
Triumph TR6, that is lovely, isn't it? That looks a bit too creamy for something like old English white. That's a lovely colour. Morris Minor we saw on the
We
way here.
encountered this on the way.
We did. Okay, that is apparently not a Morris Minor engine. That Ford Crossflow? Interesting.
Answers on
I
a
thought it
postcard.
sounded a bit mean. Slightly more stock looking Minor next to it. Kitch will be pleased that we've got a Saxo
VTS.
VTS here. Lovely 124 Mercedes Cabriolet, quite rare. Another TR6
Ooh,
in
that's
a
brown.
very, very 70s colour. A deep, deep brown. Lovely. Freelander. I do like the looks of those Freelanders very much. A little square front Mini with some angel eye headlights going on. This will be Simon's little Mini. Hello, Simon. Presumably we'll see you at some point today.
That did sound a tall stalky.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello,
Little mini
Simon.
van with a fixed grille. Isagonis wanted all Minis to have this fixed grille that's actually part of the pressed panel. But obviously it makes working on the distributor, which is about here.
Really good fun.
Yeah, absolutely horrendous. Gorgeous little imp. Oh, sorry, Singer Chamois. A slightly posher imp. And so the poshness basically gets you a nice bit of wood. And look at the indicator stalks as well, sprouting out of the dashboard.
How so
we'll just
delicate.
Pause to see this Rover P4 coming in. This should sound nice. Very, very refined cars. It's a 110. Hello, sir.
That dog looks so regal.
Very regal looking dog in the back of the Rover
Brilliant.
P4.
Yeah. I like this.
Well, the RAV4.
Yeah.
It's for sale.
Oh,
Yeah, danger,
do
danger.
we need another little 4x4? No.
Rover
Not right
12 here. Look at the colour on this. Brown over cream. And we can see inside. Oh, I wish you could smell that.
Please don't sniff people's cars.
Oh, sorry.
It's a bit weird.
But leather.
No, I get it. I sniff shoe shop.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Jack, it's going down the next line.
Faster.
Yeah, you want to hit record?
I've hit record in case I missed it.
Oh, here's a rare car. This was at Pembrokeshire Show. Maserati Ghibli, I think.
Oh, I should
Yes.
add that to my Blub Blub collection.
Yeah, Ghibli SS. We're just admiring the blub-blubs. Oh, thank you. That was entirely unnecessary, but also delicious. Right, back to the lineup. Now this is about as close as you'll get to a factory fresh Skoda Estelle as they were sold here. It's a 130, so I think that means it's got the later rear suspension design. They finally moved away from the swing axle rear suspension. But yeah, it looks like it's been in one family from new, but the original owner was sadly involved in an accident, presumably not in this car, and was unable to drive it for many years. And it's got the brochures in the back as well.
What did you say? 3,900 on the clock?
3,900 miles on the clock. It's extraordinary. So a very legitimate use of the word time warp. And we love rear engine Skodas on Hubnut. They got a lovely sound to them, lovely character. We like them very much. While we're at the back, we might as well have a look at the Ford Anglia, local car, by the look at the number plate.
I think we've met this one before.
Well, let's go and have a look at the interior anyway, because it's beautiful. There's even a choke peg I can see, presumably a choke control. Look at that.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Very
Crikey.
nice. Next to the Anglia, we've got a standard Vanguard Beetle back. Very nice. I think that makes it a phase one. Lovely cars, very robust. Very popular in the Commonwealth markets like New Zealand, Australia and South Africa, because they are very, very tough things. Alfa Romeo Spider, very late one, I think, on an H. Well, I think production went on a little longer than that. It's about 1990. Mercedes-Benz, which apparently has a V8 in it. Nice.
Also for sale.
Also for sale. You can just see the markings on the windscreen showing the eccentric wiper mechanism on the passenger
Ah, is
side.
it a jigger?
It is a jigger. Beautiful little 1972 Mini here.
That's adorable.
Yeah, is that a little Mini Cooper? Oh, it's got the British Leyland plug hole of despair. A nice little extra dash someone's built into it with a rev counter and everything. And it is a Cooper S. I think that must be a very late Cooper S. Been on a 72. Alfa Romeo 155, I think we've seen at the Pembrokeshire Show. MGF. The Escort RS 1600i. The first really sporty one before they went turbocharged. That's from about 1983, I think. Lovely. Look at those ribbed
I
rear
think we
lights.
saw this in Swansea.
Oh, quite possibly. Then we've got this beautiful pair of Beetle convertibles in sort of metallic purple and yellow. That's quite the combo. I think they're Wizards convertibles because we've got this extra sort of cover-up area on the back.
Do you know, I've met these two before at Wheels for Wales.
Oh, okay.
And I believe they're owned by the same people. And also, I was like, is this one called Pikachu? Is this one called Pikachu? And it is.
It's a fitting colour.
Pikachu's in it.
Yeah, lovely. Triumph TR3. So I don't think we've seen a 3 because the 3 has a slightly smaller grille, but it does have a grille, unlike the TR2. So a TR3A, the grille comes out to here and has the indicators in it, and the TR3A has posh features like door handles. So yeah, TR3, very nice. Hiding wisely in the shade, Morris Minor Traveller. Very nice. Triumph Herald. That looks a fairly early one, I think. We've got Dolomite next to it, the Sprint, little chin spoiler, and the 16 valve engine. But look at this beautiful Acclaim. Local car. Look at that. Merion Motors, Cardigan.
We met various mechanics and whatnot from, and was it the brother?
We did, yeah.
From Merion Motors.
Wow.
So,
that's beautiful. Another lovely Morris Minor. Another lovely Triumph Herald. Slightly later, it's about 67, I think. E was only used for 8 months because it marked the transition from the new number plates starting in January to starting in August. So that plate only ran, I think, from January to August, July 1967. More Morris Minors. This is a West Wales Morris Minor Owners Club, so we went to their meet a while back. The Jaguar XJS is about to give us a roof demo, I think.
ooh. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. There we go. It took Jaguar a very long time to develop a cabriolet version. Initially it was a semi-convertible with a hardtop because the car was not designed to ever be a convertible. It was believed that federal market requirements, the safety requirements, would effectively outlaw convertibles. So the Triumph TR7 was also designed purely as a coupe that they later had to retrofit. But this one's from about 1989, and weirdly the peak sales for the XJS I think were 1987 for a car launched in 1975. It took a long time for the XJS to find its market, I think. This one's got the American style headlamps. The original oval ones are getting quite hard to source now, and the reflectors sadly tarnish on them. But we're going to go down this lineup. Okay, another 107 Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar XJ6, and an enormous Mercury. I think that's got to be worth an interior shot, surely. I think it's going to be all of the brown.
Oh my gosh, all of it.
So Mercury was a slightly posher Ford, effectively. So I wonder if this shares its platform with a Thunderbird of the time. I can't proclaim to be an expert. I think it might be hiding a pantograph wiper. So this is a Ford, effectively, and that's a much smaller one next to it, the old Lotus Cortina. Hugely popular cars. Lovely little Mark II Escort next to it. I would go in for an interior shot on that. That was like houndstooth interior trim. It looks gorgeous. Even the 4 doors of the Mark IIs are now starting to gain some serious value.
Excellent air freshener also.
And then we got an E-Type Jaguar, Series 1. Very nice. MG Metro, red seat belts and interior trim, very good. Austin A40 Farina, known as Ruby 2 apparently. 27,000 miles from new. Wow.
I wonder why she's Ruby 2.
Yeah. Was there a Ruby 1? It's not a Countryman. So the Countryman version, one of the earliest hatchbacks, had a lift-up rear window. Not this one. This is just the drop-down boot. And then we've got Stuart and Tina's
Focus
Millennium that we featured on the channel a while back.
At Rustival, this was back-to-back with, is it the Puma Millennium?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah,
Total
cool.
by fluke, all those cars. By the way, Rustival 2 fast approaching, folks. 28th of September if you haven't got your tickets.
MGF, I think we saw this one at the Wheels for Wales evening meet recently. We still haven't done the Wheels for Wales main meet. We must get around to doing that. Mark 1 Ford Consul. It's a very pretty car. And look at this Mark 2 Astra
I've met
Club.
this at Wheels for Wales.
Oh yes, I think this got some traction on the
People
old
were
social media,
absolutely loving this car.
Loving it. It's always so nice to see the humble models represented. So the Club, very much one of those, what can we put on it to try and make it a bit posher than a base model. Some stickers, some wheel trims, and I think that's probably about it. Lovely. So it's a Triumph 2000, lovely cars. And next to it, the Vandenpla Princess.
Russet brown?
Russet brown, I believe, yes. Not marketed as an Allegro. It was actually the Vandenpla Princess. There's a bit of leather in there, but it might be vinyl by this stage. The later ones, they cheapened them out a bit and even started making them not at the Kingsbury Works. Shocking behaviour. Triumph TR4. Very nice. Underneath, still very similar to the earlier TR3. Mazda MX-5 Monza Special Edition. Another Ford Anglia, that one looking a little modified, mischievous. MGB GT with folding roof. And what looks like a local plate on this Golf GTI 8 valve. The big front bumper on it. Then we've got a nice Land Rover. And a Mini with all of the hoses. Has this got some forced induction on it? So we've got an intercooler. If they have got forced induction on it, where the hell do you fit it? I don't. Is it a tiny turbo down there? I can't really tell. It looks like a cheeky little blow-off valve there, so there must be a turbo crammed in there somewhere. You can see the front wings are actually all hollowed out, so I think it might have a one-piece front on it.
Maximum engine space.
Maximum, yeah. Right. Next line.
We're here.
So loving the Volvo 240 Estate, full leather interior, very nice. All of the head restraints and a headlamp wiper moment.
Are they intact on this one?
They do appear to be intact.
Excellent.
A pair of Panther Callistas. So we've seen these at shows. This one's got the infill panel to try and reduce the air lifting the front end up. Renault 18, we've seen at various shows. Last time we saw that was in Swansea. Another E-Type Jaguar. Ford Escort Mark 1. Nice. Another MGB. And a very brown Mini Clubman. Ooh. Again, the Clubman was, I think they were hoping it would kind of be a facelift and the Mini would then all look like this, but it didn't quite happen. The original bullnose Mini lived on. 1968 Morgan here. Very nice. It's a 4.4, so it's the family version of your Morgan. And nice to see a 60s one. There's just a few little things that give it away, really. Spitfire Mark IV and an MGB GT. And what I love about these is they changed the grille to this black sunken in design, which I actually quite like. But the bonnet pressing still had the bulge in it to match the earlier grille that had a little badge on the front of it. So yeah, they couldn't afford to change that panel. To be fair, it's quite a big panel. Next. Now he's got an MG badge, but that is not actually an MG. He's wearing TF 1500 badge. He's got eyelashes as well. The Q plate is the giveaway. That probably isn't quite what it seems. And we talked about Owain and his caddy, and there he is, in fact. So, organiser of the Wheels for Wales meet.
Wheels for Wales team. They've
American rear lights on the back of that.
They've got a big weekend coming up and some day meets and evening meets and all kinds
sorts
of stuff.
going on. Well, this is intriguing. Austin badged.
Huh? Oh God, I'd never get into it.
Yeah, intriguing. 7 based maybe? The wheels don't look big enough for a 7. Series 2 Land Rover with the inset headlamps. There's a later Series 3 military spec lamps on it. The Riley RM with the ash frame body and high cam engines. MGA, that's a beautiful example. Morris Minor, and another little A40 Farina. Again, a local car, EJ, signifies it is from this area. So we're getting distracted. We just had a Fiat 128 Sport drive in. Wow. And we've got more TR6s as well. This one appears to still have the fuel injection system on it as well. Originally 150 horsepower, they later sort of derated them to 125. We're just looking at this lovely BMW E30 with its Iowa number plate, which was bought for it in more recent times, but suits it. Very executive car. Next to the P4 we saw coming in earlier, the Sierra Cosworth 4x4, the Sapphire, being a saloon. Very nice. And Series 2A Land Rover, I think. That's dating from about 1971.
Here we have the multi-prize winning Monica and the VW Caddy van. Indeed,
here they are. Monica has been very busy. She's been travelling all over the place, Anglesey and Derby, and has been winning awards everywhere. Hello. Yeah. Listen to that. Lovely.
She's a mean thing.
Oh, that doesn't sound quite so nice, I'm afraid. But hello.
Hi.
Follow that car. But yeah, it's lovely to see the van. We have done a road test of the van. We haven't done a road test of Monica yet.
We haven't.
No, we've kind of been waiting for Monica to get fully fettled into road use. And it would seem she has successfully achieved that status.
Yeah, we think that she is not keen on having Christina up and running.
Yeah. Those two are falling out. Christina is the E30 BMW, which is playing up. I think Monica's sabotaging it, we know. We're just going to go and look at a very rusty Ford Capri.
Lots of interest around this.
Yeah, it's surrounded by trophy yellow MG TFs. Or is it an F and a TF?
Oh, it's like flanked.
Yeah. Oh gosh, everyone is all over it. 3-litre gear. Look at the interior, leather interior in it. I don't think that was standard.
Let's have a look.
Wow.
Ah, it's not leather.
Oh no, I see, it's part leather. Or it might be vinyl. Vinyl being very popular in the 1970s. It's got a vinyl roof. Oh my gosh. Alfa Romeo Giulia, or Giulietta is it? With the cute little bum. It is a Giulietta 2-litre. Wow. Things have quietened down, so we're going to have a bit more of a look at this incredible Capri. It's been off the road since 1992 and was stored in a barn, unfortunately beneath a drip, which is why the front of the bonnet has rusted away and the bumper crumbled to bits as soon as he touched it. So the bumper has been replaced, nothing else has. He's currently driving it with a bit of foam over the front because that's an MOT failure for sharp edges. But ultimately, I think the bonnet is sadly going to have to be replaced. Being a very early Mark III on an S plate, that's late 77, I think. It's got the S6 V6 engine. So this is before they started fitting the Cologne engine to the Mark III Capri. And yeah, the condition is just incredible. We've got some footage here of the interior. There's about 67,000 miles on it. Apparently, previous owner parked it up because he didn't like the new tax rules where it was more expensive for cars with bigger engines. So we just parked it up. And it's been sitting until very recently. It's just been commissioned. The test drive was taken last night and then it drove to the show. That's quite extraordinary. What a fascinating car. Let's go and have a look at the 128P Sport.
Oh, we're going to get squished.
Yeah, the 128 Sport. This is a very unusual car. I can't remember the last time I saw one of these. So the 128 was one of Fiat's first cars to use the transverse engine. Look at the rear styling, the gorgeous rear lights. Really, really nice.
I think we need to go and appreciate the little micro.
Oh, yep, we probably should. Was that the one we were following the other day?
I feel like it is, you know.
Because we were trying to decide if it had faded red or if it came from the factory.
Pink salmon, yeah.
So that's a late K11 Micra.
And looking at it, I still don't know.
No, I still don't know. But yeah, good to see. What else have we missed? Oh yes, the Turner. So this is an interesting car that I saw the last time I came to a show in this field, a Turner GT. We've seen some other Turners at shows, small little cars that look quite like MG midgets. This was their attempt to make something a bit more cohesive, but sadly not hugely successful. Let's see if it'll tell us how many were built. Only 10 of these built between 61 and 65. This was the penultimate one, and I believe there's only 5 left, so that is a super rare car. And it's got to be said, the Austin Gipsy is not a particularly common car, developed with the military in mind. They also did the Champ as well, so obviously taking a look at a certain Land Rover, I think. But yeah, Austin developed this themselves. And then Gilburn, Gilburn Invader, I think, yeah, on a J plate. Magazine feature on it as well, so cars built in the south of Wales, Ford Essex V6 engines, and then we got 2 weird cars on the end. Oh, it's us.
I feel so awkward that we're here.
We need to touch up her beauty spot.
Notice, folks, he never does aesthetic stuff with cars, but this one he's like, I must make her beautiful.
Yeah. So I've got a much modified Talbot Sunbeam here, which I think we've seen at events. I'm absolutely desperate to drive a stock non-Lotus one of these. Fascinating cars, developed from the Avenger platform into a very clever 3-door hatchback. So if you've got one, do let me know. Very, very interesting. We've got another Evo. It's Evo Hot apparently. Whereas BM Nut, loving the personal plates, Lotus Carlton. We did. Got those headlamp protectors on it, and in this light you can really see how it is green and not black. Chevy, I think, police car. Is it a Dodge? I'm so hopeless on American stuff.
Got a little ram on the front.
That's probably a Dodge then. And we got the Crown Vic as well in full police effect. And these guys go to the nth degree to get all the bits, because the cars are rarely sold with the bits. Oh my gosh, is that an original Lotus 6? I think it is. So this is the pre-7 era Lotus. Ford running gear, I think. That's a fascinating car. Wow, very, very rare. Sums up this show, I guess. And then over here, I'm loving the Lexus LS400 as well. Miss Hubnut focusing on the Fiesta, but for me, look at that. LS400s are such fine cars. Oh, good. Yeah, oh, sorry, I miss you, TT. Oh, and look at this Beetle here as well. One owner since new. Sea blue, apparently. Beautiful. And we've got an XJS here. It's a 3.6. You can tell it's got the 6-cylinder because it's got a slightly raised bonnet section and an interesting repair there as well. And we love this little 4-door Escort, left-hand drive, and a TR3A. So we were talking earlier, TR3A has the wider grille and door handles. All mod cons. Nice MGB in a very, very 70s colour. So yes, this is a Lotus 6. It was kind of the first production Lotus, although I think it was produced very much as a kit car. It uses a Ford pop front axle, but split in 2. So it's actually independent suspension, but these massive triangulating arms coming off the back. This one now has an 1172 side valve Ford engine with twin carbs and about 60 horsepower apparently. It's got the Aquaplane Superhead on it. Wonderful. So it would have been about 36 brake horse originally, but this car was raced in the 50s with a BMW 328 engine, a big tall engine, hence the big bonnet bulge. The current owner has had it 48 years, but has only recently got it back on the road. New body, rebuilt chassis because it had a head-on crash back in the 70s. And yeah, it's just one of those unexpected delights. You just never quite know what you're going to see at a show. Wonderful. Another rarity in the form of this Fiat Tipo. It's a 3-door, and if you come round the back, it is the full Sedicivalvole. I think that's correct. I apologise if I've got it wrong. So it is the 16 valve, the hot hatch version. Not much to give it away, bit of a roof spoiler, extra red on the rear lights I believe, and the red stripe in the bumper. Nothing says 80s sporty like a red stripe in the bumper. So quite a lot more cars have arrived since we were first recording.
Much engine noise.
I've got Revy V8s apparently. We've got a Chevrolet Corvette, Ultima, giving us some pantograph wiper action. The AMG Mercedes giving us some V8 noises. The Mark II Punto we've seen before. The Corvette is a regular at events around here.
Speaking to the owner
the Corvette has friends this time. Look, we got 2 more Corvettes.
We were speaking to the owner of the Punto.
Yeah,
He's done 153,000 miles.
Wow.
And he's a young lad and he loves it.
There will be some Corvette action. I'm loving the blue one. That's gorgeous. There will be some Corvette action, slightly later Corvette action coming up on the channel soon. Hyundai Coupe next to another Morgan. The Carinari
we've met
seen
this before. This was, again, another one that was popular on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've met it a few times now.
We have.
Oh, and Dave the Clio.
Yep. And then we've got an Anglia we see quite often on the scene around here. We've got a couple of Minis over here have come in, both quite late, sort of 90s Minis. We've got the modified Morris Minor Traveller that we had a good look at the Minor show last year.
We've got a little trio over here.
We have. We'll get there in a minute.
Yep.
Golf GTI. Look at the body kit. It's stunning. The quad lamps on it. That's a lovely thing. Oh, look! Check out the rear spoiler on it.
Sorry, I was just admiring the interior.
Double-decker spoiler. Amazing.
Nice interior again.
Yep. So, there's someone that wants to check out the tiny Lotuses. Got a C here with a fixed roof and a pair of Elises. I much prefer the earlier ones. The earlier Elise with a K-series engine. Yeah. Gorgeous car.
Beautiful colour.
Named after the daughter of Roman, I've forgotten his name. Artioli, is it? Who was the owner of Lotus and Bugatti at the time. Gorgeous little Riley Elf with its boot bustle. Mini 30 limited edition. Beautiful cars. Another Clio with its funky wiper mechanism. I think this is meant to be like the general parking.
Sporty.
It does look sporty. 2 litre 16 valve. Yeah.
Panda.
So this is like the general car park, but we've got things like this BMW over here.
Well, what's happened is there was a Cars and Coffee meet this morning,
and they've all come here.
71 cars have come over from there, so that's incredible.
So I'm guessing this is a drift machine. It's got a V8 in it. What heck of an air intake. Oh yeah, hydraulic handbrake. And it's got a bitch switch apparently. we won't ask questions.
Sorry, that was a terrible snort.
Yeah, MX-5 California Special Edition.
We've met this before. The
Porsche 911
just
with
a moment
the amazing
for that
seats.
Interior again.
Yeah. Went on a road run where we saw this Porsche and those seats.
Oh.
Mess with your eyes.
Yum. Love it.
Yep. Mark III Supra, lovely to see. Another sporty Clio, another 350Z.
Look at the Corsa.
Oh yeah, sorry Corsa. Hello Corsa. Comfort. He looks very comfortable in there. All the purple and all of the green in one car.
Totally love that one. Seen it before.
Lotus Elan M100 with the 1.7 Isuzu engine, front wheel drive. Over here, some more recent BMWs of various colours, including all of the green.
They were all super excited to be together.
Yeah. And Emmy's here in his Manta. We drove this Manta a few years ago now. It's got a Vauxhall red top engine and it goes like stink. It's so much fun to drive. It's kind of his daily driver. And then a lovely pair of rear engine Volkswagens. Sorry, one's a Porsche.
Whoa.
So air-cooled flat 6 next to an air-cooled flat 4. And that van is delicious.
Lovely. Sorry, I was just
Lovely condition.
Well, they're both beautiful.
Yeah. And then finally, we have a Herald 1360.
It's got quite a mean little face.
Yeah, this was the facelift on the 1360. To try and link it to the Vitesse, which had quad headlamps, it's the same sort of style, but singular headlamps, which indicates 4-cylinder engine. And the final vehicle is going to be this Land Rover, which has lived in this area all its life, signified by the EJ of the number plate. And it was used by somewhere we used to hire boats on Poppet Sands, and the entire car has been restored and the doors have been left exactly as they were, which I think is just marvellous. It's a lovely car. We actually followed it when we were here for Bali Saturday a few years ago. So there you go, there's all the information, bilingual. Wow, what a beauty. And I think that's where we're going to have to end it, frankly. The sort of show where you get a Maserati Ghibli, a Lotus Carlton, American police cars, and Morgans rubbing shoulders with Fiestas and ordinary cars. Yeah, it's just been an amazing day. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can head to the Hubnut store if you'd like to buy some merchandise, or you will find a donate if that's more your liking, where you don't actually get anything. Yeah, we shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Oh, you're missing your fuel cap, mate.